Over the next few minutes, I'll show you how to create a new Neon database, connect to it using a desktop database client, create a table, insert some data, and write some queries. We're really big fans of Neon at DB Pro because it makes it really simple to spin up a managed serverless Postgres database in minutes. It's also got some really cool features like automatic scaling and branching. Neon is really great for side projects because you can get up and running very quickly, but it's also going to scale as your project grows, so you don't need to switch databases down the line. Let's dive in. First of all, sign up to Neon at neon.com. Once you're in, you'll see your dashboard. Click the New Project button. Give your project a name and use the default Postgres version. Mine's set to 17 as 18 is currently in preview. Neon is really great in that it even lets you select a cloud service provider to deploy to, AWS or Azure. I'm sticking with AWS for now. Then finally, select a region to deploy to. This matters somewhat as you'll want it to be as close to your users as possible. But most products are global these days anyway, so pick the region that's closest to your application. Finally, you can choose to enable Neon Auth, which is a managed user authentication service, giving you sign up and sign in for your apps, as well as user management. I'll keep this off for now as we're just setting up the database. Once your new Neon database is created, find your connection string. This is what we're going to use to connect Neon to our database client. You can use the Neon web-based table editor and browser, but most users prefer a desktop app for database work. Therefore, you'll want a database client, sometimes called a database GUI. This lets you write queries, explore tables, and see your data very clearly. For this, we're going to use DB Pro, a modern and free database client. Go to dbpro.app and download it either for Mac, Windows, or Linux. Open it and click Create New Connection. Copy and paste your Neon connection string from the previous step into the connection string input at the top. DB Pro will automatically detect that it's a Neon database. Give your connection a name, and don't worry, you can change this later. Click Test Connection, and if it's green, you're good to go. That's it. In seconds, we've connected to our new Neon database. Click your new connection in the list and DB Pro will connect to it. It opens a new window per connection. Make sure that the schema is set to public. That's the default place most tables live, and it's perfect for getting started. Now let's create our first table. Over on the toolbar to the left, click Create Table. You'll be asked to give the table a name, so let's keep things simple and clear. Let's call it Users. Let's create a basic users table with 4 columns. ID, which is an integer, email, which is type text, name, which is also type text, and created at, which is type timestamp, and it's got a default value of now. One thing DB Pro does differently, and very intentionally, is that changes are not applied instantly. When you click Save, DB Pro shows your changes as pending instead of immediately saving them against the database. Click the Pending Changes button in the top right, and you'll see a clear visual diff of what's about to happen. You can read through it, sanity check it, and make sure nothing unexpected is going on. When everything looks good, click Commit All, and that's it. Your table is now created. On the left-hand side, you'll see the users table appear in the list of tables straight away. You've just created your first table in your Neon database using a proper database client with real schema changes and real data. Next, we'll insert a few rows and run our first queries. To insert a new row into our new users table, first let's click the users table on the left. With the table selected, click the Insert button in the table toolbar. This opens the Insert New Row editor in the right-hand pane, which is really great for getting data in quickly without writing any SQL yet. You'll see an input for each column we created: email, name, and created at. Fill them in with something simple, for example, alex@example.com, and Alex, and we can leave created at. Once you're happy, click Save. Just like before, the change isn't applied instantly. Open pending changes, review the insert, and click Commit All. You'll see the new row appear in the table straight away. So that's your first insert done into your Neon table. You now officially have data in your database. The DB Pro UI is great for getting started, but sooner or later you'll want to write SQL directly. That's where the SQL editor comes in. Open a new SQL tab and let's run our first query. Select All from Users. Hit Run, and you'll see the row you just inserted returned as a result. Now let's insert another user using SQL instead of the UI. Insert into Users, email, name, created at, values, jamie@example.com, Jamie, and now. Run that and then rerun the select query. You'll now see both rows in the results. At this point, you've created a Neon account and a new database, connected to it using a database client, created a table, inserted data, and queried it. And that's the core workflow. Everything else builds on top of this. There is a lot more to Neon than what we've covered here. Branching, indexes, joins, constraints, migrations, performance tuning, extensions. It goes deep very quickly. But for now, you know the fundamentals. If you want to keep going, check out our other videos for different databases and other videos diving deeper into Postgres, MySQL, SQLite, and general database concepts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.